Hi there, hi, I'm Mickey. Welcome to today's class. And today we are going to work on, of course, some of those stiff areas. Lots of stiff shoulders, lots of stiff backs in the thoracic spine here, and lots of stiff even wrists and feet, ankles and feet. These are things that I observe because I teach yoga in London to hundreds of people every week, and I notice I'm always looking around the class and noticing and looking for where people are able to move more easily and where they're not. And generally, I notice that there are a lot of things that apply to nearly everyone in the room. Stiffness generally coming from just lifestyle, modern lifestyle, where we spend a lot of time sitting in very bad positions, sitting like this or very twisted up like this, sitting on the couch, watching TV for hours and hours and hours and hours, and maybe not even getting up. These are all things that are reflected in our body and in our body's shape. So often people use the saying, I'm really out of shape right now, but actually you're never out of shape. That's what I always reply. You are in exactly the right shape for the lifestyle that you lead. So for someone like me, I'm always reading that shape to look for where are the places that you need to work on and maybe make some changes to the way that you sit. Not only the chair that you're sitting on, even if you're sitting on a bad chair or a little stool, you can sit better on that bad chair. So it's not always about the thing that you're sitting on, it's more generally how you're sitting on that thing. So that's what we're going to work on today. And we're going to start off sitting down. So sitting, very, very important in, not just in yoga, it's very important because we're doing a lot of it. And how you're sitting, when you get down on your mat, that when you roll that mat out, when you press play, you're already practicing asana practice. You're already starting. So that's the points where you're starting to really focus about how you're sitting, what's happening with the shoulders. Are they just kind of rolling forward generally? And you have that, what is quite popular called hump back here. And that can progress up the neck, and you see it, and it's popularly called hump neck. These are all postural things. Generally, I'm making generalizations. And what happens as well is, especially for practice of yoga, in our lower back here, we generally have a lot of movement. And what happens is that we can overcompensate with this more range of motion here. And for the stiffness that's happening up here. And so we think that we're moving a lot. We think, but we're actually just moving the same place, and we're not unlocking or dislodging some of the areas where we're stiff. And those areas that are stiff can become very rigid. They're very rigid. And that's something that we don't want to happen. We don't want to get stuck. We want to loosen off, let the energy flow around the body, and that's really where overall well-being is, overall wellness. And what's happening in your body, what's happening with your digestion, what's happening with your breathing, your respiratory, has a huge effect on your overall health, but also on your mental health. So taking the focus away from how you're looking, not focusing on how you're looking, focusing on how you're moving and how you're being, and that will reflect into how you're looking. That's how it works. Just like when you're feeling bad about yourself for whatever reason, you can often be a little bit like that. Whereas when you're feeling happy or upbeat, you're more like, whoa, what's happening? Yeah. So that's how it works. It's all stuff that we know, isn't it? It's all stuff that we know, and we just end up kind of pushing it to one side because we're so focused on getting to some meeting or something like that. And the effort that you put into getting to that meeting, you can maybe take some of that effort and apply it on here, on your mat. and on your diet and on your thoughts and la 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 la. We could go on and on and on chatting for ages and ages, but we're going to crack on now. So we're going to start sitting. So when you're sitting, you can sit on a little brick or a little cushion if you have something like that at home. If not, it's always left foot in first, right foot in front. Let the hands rest on the knees so the hands are nice and soft and rested. And those shoulders, maybe you need to squeeze them up to the ears or roll them back a couple of times. Oh. Let's see if we can turn that, that crunching, which is definitely happening for me right now, into a bit more of a, Often we're doing something like, for me this week, I have been doing some decorating around my flat, and that's a lot of that. And so when I'm doing that, I can feel that shoulder a little bit overworked this week, and it needs to be released. And it can happen. That can happen if you've been doing a long drive and you're kind of focused like that, or there's lots of things. It's just repetitive strain, isn't it? It's just repetitive strain. So it's coming to sit. And the thing why I'm mentioning that is because it's good practice to notice those things. Like when you're doing that, you think, oh, that's a bit achy, but you know what? I have been decorating this week, so that's probably why that's like that. Just noticing what's going on and putting the pieces of the puzzle together and going, oh, okay, I was doing that this week, or I haven't really been moving around a lot. That's why I'm stiffer. So not being so judgmental about yourself and being heavy on yourself and saying, oh my God, that's terrible. Being more reflective about it and say, okay, this is what's happening inside. This is how I'm feeling. This is the reasons why I was a bit stressed out this week. I had a lot of pressure on me for X, Y, and Z reasons. And I've came down to the mat now. That's why I think it's a useful practice to come to sit first and just to reflect of where you are right now. Just where you are. Just noticing that. Without any big heavy judgments. It's not a big heavy thing. Just noticing what's going on. A little bit blocked in the breathing. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. And just take 3 deep inhales and 3 long exhales. And when you take that exhale, make sure you get to the bottom, you give it that extra little, let it blow out. And just softening down the energy around yourself. Taking all the pressure away, letting that out of the pressure cooker, the whistle out. Resting down, calming down. And from here, we're going to roll over our knees and come to tabletop, where the thumbs are pointed. So the hands are looking a bit more like this. So they're not like this, they're not like this, like this. Practice getting the thumbs to point towards each other and the index finger to 12 o'clock. Hips, there's either, you don't want to be leaning forward, but equally not back. So a table, think about how a table is and take your time to get into that position. So I don't want your shoulders to be peeking up so that the tables collapse like this. Make that table nice and long. Lift the right knee off the mat. Squeeze the right knee in, point the right foot, and then point the right foot directly back. Straighten that leg and rotate the leg so that the leg isn't doing this. It's not pointing out to the side. It's rotating in that hip socket so it's pointing straight back. Use your core muscles to become stable there so you're not wobbling around like this. Nice and stable, nice and long, and then extend the left arm forward. Look at the left middle finger. Take a full inhale. Exhale, forehead, elbow, knee. Inhale, extend, look forward. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. 4. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. 5. Inhale, extend, hold. Exhale, hand down, knee down, other side, left knee in. Left foot extends straight back. So again, the heel of that left foot is the same height as the hips, so the hips are level. You're not leaning over to one side and bringing that leg away up there. That's a different posture. Nice and long, then extend the right arm forward, full inhale, exhale. Look at the middle finger. Inhale. 3, 4, point it straight back, extend. 5, extend, hand down, knee down, back in tabletop. Cat and cow, nice and slowly again. Rotating the arms, drawing the chest through, looking up. Exhale. Inhale. Take your time there. There's a tendency in cat and cow to be a little bit like this. We're doing the opposite of that, slowing it down. Chin in tight. Inhaling. Exhale back to tabletop. Step the right foot forward so the little toe of the right foot's in front of the knee. The foot's in front of the knee and the hands are back here. Walk the fingers forward, come into a lovely juicy lunge there. Keep the left hand on the floor and you're going to roll onto the edge of the right foot and open up the right hip. The right hand is in the inside of the right thigh. You've got the option to stay here, or if you've got a little bit more flexible, you can come down to the forearm. Breathing there. Use the hand quite high up on the inner thigh, not on the knee, to get into that nice stiff juicy bit there in the hips. 3, 4, and then on 5, bring that foot back to center, bring the knee back to center, come up high onto the hand again, tuck the toes under on the left foot, inhale, extend, exhale, sit back on the left heel. Inhale, open, exhale, back. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, bring the hands down, step the foot back. We're going to do 2 of those nice slow cat and cows before we go to the other side. And then back to tabletop. Step the left foot forward, little toes at the edge of the mat. Walk the fingers forward, either staying up high. You're going to roll onto the edge of the left foot and bring the left knee out to the side. Left hand is nice and high in the left thigh. A little bit more space, you can come down onto that forearm, breathing there. 2. So you get right onto the edge of the left foot. 3, 4, and open up that hip so it feels nice and juicy. 5, bring the hand down, tuck the toe, bring the sole of the left foot back onto the mat, tuck the toes under, inhale, up, exhale, back. So when you sweep the fingers along the floor, you go nice and deep into that crescent lunge, and then exhale, back. Inhale, a little bit more space, maybe you can look up, exhale, back. 3, exhale, back. 4, exhale, back. 5, exhale, back. Let's do one more for luck, and then bring the hand down, step the foot back. We're in tabletop now. We're going to step the hands forward. Little finger is at the edge of the mat, and the wrists are in front of the shoulders. Cat and cow here. Making sure that you rotate those arms and the chin comes in. Looking to make that a little bit of extra space. Inhaling fully, Exhale fully. Inhale fully. Exhale to tabletop. Let's tuck the toes under. Lift the heels, lift the knees high, lift the heels high. Bend the right knee and bring the left heel down onto the mat. Nice juicy stretch in the back of the calf. Bend the left knee, right heel down. Let's do that again, each side. And then both heels down. Nice juicy stretch the mat. It's not a downward facing dog. We're going to stretch the back of those calves there. And then walk the feet forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Wherever you are, it's winter here in London now. Those coughs and even more reason to really get on the mat and stay fit and well. Keep that immune system powered up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and tall. Shoulders are away from the ears. Yeah? Step back with the right foot. Rotate the right foot so it's at a 45-degree angle. Circle the right arm forward and open up that right hip to the side of the mat. 1. Circle it around again. 2. 3, like you're doing a backstroke, so the arm is rotating in that shoulder socket. 4. 1 more, and 5. Keep that arm there, the wrist and the elbow are shoulder height. Straighten the front leg, so you're extending the left leg from the toes all the way up to the left fingers. Inhale, extend and lengthen the whole of the left side of the body as you come into Trikonasana triangle. For most people, you'll be here. You want to lengthen that left side of the body and then look up at the top hand. Rotating, keeping the side of the chest to the side of the mat so that you don't end up falling in, so that you can see there that the hip falls forward and the shoulder falls forward. You want to open that so that the shoulder and the hip are back in line. 3, 4, and on 5, we're going to inhale all the way back up to the starting position. And then exhale, revolve, rotate, revolve, triangle. Bringing that, again, nice and long with that right hand to the outside of the left foot. Rotating, hand can come around the back of the waist, or you can look up at the left hand. 3, nice and strong on the back heel and the front big toe. 4, and then on 5, we're going to rotate all the way back up to that starting position. Exhale to the top of the mat. Ooh, back into Tadasana. I'm going to go to the other side now. I'm going to step this side so you can see. Inhale, we're stepping back with the left foot. 45-degree angle with that left foot. Open the left hip out to the side. So this circle stops. What you want to do is stop this hip from falling forward. So we're using this arm to open it up. 3, 4, gives us a nice big long inhale, and on 5, that wrist and shoulder are going to stay level. Extend and lengthen the right side of the body. Inhale, big, long extension so that the hand comes above the foot, and that's how you get to that foot. So you have this triangle of space and looking up at the top hand. Again, avoiding that kind of collapsing forward by opening up. Should feel nice and juicy. You've got to use the feet to stop that wobble. 3, 4, and on 5, coming up again, nice and long. Take your time to make that long inhale, and then we're going to revolve and rotate that triangle on the exhale. All the way around, bringing that hand either round the back if that feels useful to stop the shoulder falling in, or you can extend that arm up towards the ceiling. 3, 4, and on 5, we're going to unrotate. Back up to the starting position, stepping to the front of the mat. Inhale fully, exhale fully. Take your time. If you feel like you need to shake that off, do it. Let's come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold, nice and deep. Inhale, extend, lengthen. And that could be, this lengthening position might be here, the hands on the shin or even on the knees. So you make the back nice and long, and then you're able to fold nice and deep. Fold, drop the head. Let's give that head a little shake. Lift the toes off the mat, then put them down nice and gracefully. Let's roll up. Again, stacking the knees above the ankles, the hips above the knees. We're going to circle the arms around so the palms face each other. Lift the heels up, bend the knees, and with a lovely straight back, like you're sliding down the wall, we're going to come down to those knees. You need to find something to look at, or you just start wobbling about all over the place. Let's go back up. Let's go back down on the exhale. Oh, cracking, 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 good. Inhale, back up. Inhale at the top, heels are high. Exhale, the palms down. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. We're going to take another big step to the back of the mat. Rotate on the side of the mat. Feet are parallel. Hands are on the hips. You roll the shoulders out the way the elbows point back. Take a full inhale. And then an exhale, we're going to lengthen that back again, nice and long. So you don't curve the back, keep it nice and long. That's it. Come all the way down and bring the hands down and then drop the head. Give it a nice shake there. When you're down here, feel as if you're squeezing the heels together so that it lifts up the arches of the foot. You can feel that. Take a full inhale and an exhale. Bring the hands back to hips, soften the knees. Let's come back up to stand again. Roll those shoulders out of the way. Inhale fully, exhale fully, extend the arms so that the palms are underneath the hands, bring them back onto the hips, roll the shoulders out of the way. Inhale fully, exhale, fold again. This time we're going to bring the hands to the floor and we're going to walk the fingers to the big toes, hook the thumbs in the middle, the piece in the middle finger around the thumbs, fold again. 3, 4, give that head a nice shake. 5, relax the spine, soften the knees. Let's come back up to stand again. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, we're going to set the foot back again and open up to warrior 2. Forearm to the thigh and extending the right arm over extended right angle. From the outside of the right heel to the right middle finger. 4, and on 5, coming back up. Straightening that right leg, rotating the feet, and bringing the left into the warrior 2 at the other side. Did I say warrior 1 a minute ago? I meant warrior 2. Forearm to the thigh. Extended angle on the other side. 3, so really extend from the outside of that left heel to the left middle finger. 4, 5, windmilling back to warrior 2, straightening that right leg, feet become parallel, you're back in the starting position, rotate around, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do some balancing now. Again, we're focusing on these hips. Let's lift that right knee, that's my right knee. Lift the knee nice and high, and then we're going to circle that knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite way. 1, 2. This takes practice to get it without wobbling up. 4, 5, without wobbling too far around. Bring the foot up and take the foot to the inner thigh. Only let go when you're steady. If you're not steady, foot to the calf, foot to the ankle, so that you open up the hips. Yeah? Take 3, 4, and on 5, let's step to the other side. Let's bring the opposite knee up. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the foot up. You see what I'm saying? Laughing and balancing to the inner thigh, yeah? Or take your time. There you go. 3, 4, and 5. Just take your time when you're doing that. And if you're wobbling today and you bring the foot to the ankle, so be it. It's all practice. Inhale fully, exhale fully. We're going to flow down now to the mat. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, folding deeper, palms down. Step back the right, step back the left, plank. And take 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 5 we're going to bring the knees down. Rotate the arms around so the eyes of the elbow face forward, so the elbows go back, so that the elbows go back and they don't go like that. It's literally impossible when the elbows go like that. So you need to rotate the arms and then you can bend them back and the chin comes in between the hands. Slide the legs back. Cobra. From cobra, bum to heels, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. If you've been practicing yoga for a while now, you might have done this hundreds of times. Feet 1 foot apart. Let's all lift up high on the mount of the feet. Bend the knees, point the tail up, nice straight long back again. Exhale the heels down. Breathing there. 2. And on 3, we're going to walk or jump to the front of the mat with the heels, feet outside the hands, and we're in Malasana squat. Practicing at home, you can put a brick or a cushion under here and use the elbows at the inside of the knees to open up those hips. Again, focus on those hips. Sitting down straight to Navasana, the ankles and the knees are the same height. Extend one, extend the other, and then look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, straighten the legs and open the legs out about mat distance apart. I'm hoping I've got enough space behind me. In fact, I'm going to come forward. But always make sure you've got enough space behind you to roll back. I'm going to roll back. Staying here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 5, 4. I definitely don't have enough space there. 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet and then come forward. The calves come down first, then the heels. Stay in this forward position where you're on the front of the sit bones and you're not back here where the tail's tucked under. You need to roll forward. That's why we do that. Bring one foot in, then the other foot in. Extend, lengthen, exhale, fold. What you don't want to be like in this fold is this. But again, you know, sometimes we're more stiffer here. I can certainly feel that from all my decorating. Inhale up. Step the right foot in, open the right knee out to the side. Inhale, extend, open, exhale, fold, lengthen that fold. Breathing into the right side, nice and juicy there. 3, 4, 5. Inhaling up. We're going to go straight to the other side. Left foot in, left knee opens. Inhale, open, exhale, fold. Breathing there. 2. I'm going to get that rib and thigh connected. 3, 4, and then on 5. Coming up on 5. We're going to step the right foot in now and step the right over left. The left elbow is going to wrap around the right knee and we're going to twist around to the right. Inhale fully, exhale, rotate. You should be starting to feel now that your whole body, even in this short sequence that we're doing, whole body is starting to move around, the back's rotating. Areas that if you weren't doing this that would be generally stiff. And the wonderful thing about asana practice is that, let's unrotate, it helps to show us where we're stiff so that we can sort of think, well, you know what, I was sitting badly yesterday, I won't do that again. Extend that arm forward, wrap the knee around and twist around to the left. Or where maybe you get up in the morning and you think, oh God, my back feels really stiff because of what I was doing yesterday, whatever that is. And by doing some of this sequence, your whole body, this is a whole body movement, is all starting to move. Circulation's starting to get around. Come back round to the side. And we're just going to finish off now nice and simply. We don't want to make our yoga practice something that we feel like we have to do. We want it to be something that we just do. Just like eating breakfast or having lunch or something. It's something that is part of our daily lives. Bring the knees into chest. You can bring the forehead into the knees. So that's why I tend to keep these online videos to about 30 minutes maximum. Not only because of the ability to focus, attention span, that's what I'm looking for, but also because it's got to be realistic. You know, not everyone has like hours and hours of having to be doing this, and if you have, you can watch another one. Enjoying that lovely relaxing on the tummy there. Inhale back to center, extend one leg along and then the other leg along, and you're in Shavasana. What a wonderful thing. Nice and flat on the floor. And if you feel like you need to give it a little wriggle there to just let that settle, do. Let's take 5 breaths here. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Stay here, press pause, or bring the knees into chest, roll over to one side. Come back up to sit, back to where we started, back to that seating posture. And just let the body settle here. And this, I think it's safe to say, is where you get the opportunity to be totally in it, to be in this moment. And just for that moment, space and time, that spinning world has stopped. Bring your palms and thumbs together at heart center. The thumbs connecting the physical heart and the fingers pointing upwards to the spiritual heart, the twin hearts. Bring the thumbs and palms to the forehead for right thoughts, to the lips for right words, and to the heart for right actions. And maybe we can all look for an opportunity today to create a right action and receive the karmic boomerang in return. Namaste, everyone. Thank yourself for coming to practice. Thank yourself for the freedom to practice yoga today.